Hey friends, what's up? Um, I had a friend say that to me this weekend at a football event. He goes, "Hey Shan, sup?" And he's a lot younger than me. And I said, "Sup? Do you mean what's up?" He's like, "You are such a boomer." I said, "Well, you're not wrong." And I'm reminded of that every time I try to edit a BookTube video. But we're navigating it anyway. So anyway, I am new to BookTube. My name is Shannon, and I am here to do today the Newbie BookTube tag, the questions that they recommend that we answer in order for you to get to know us and kind of as an introduction to my audience. So we'll get started with that. The first question is, why did you start a BookTube channel? And that one is pretty easy. I retired 2 years ago. I was a special education teacher for 31 years. And my first year of retirement, I rediscovered my love of books. I mean, I've always been a book person, but when working, I might have read 20 books a year. And my first year of retirement, I probably read 100. And then my second year of retirement, I started watching booktubers and I had a great time doing that. And it sparked the interest and sparked the idea of, this would be a good way for me to interact with other book people. So that's how I got started. Question 2 is, what do you think you bring to BookTube? Now that one, I think everyone just brings something unique and something different because we're all different people. So I would say that I just bring a new perspective and maybe some new ideas and maybe some new recommendations for you. Book 3 is, what are you excited for on your BookTube channel? And that definitely is interacting with other book friends who have the same interests as me and who read the same books as me. Why do you love reading? I think a lot of people love reading because it's an escape, and I am in that category as well. Escape from reality, escape from the chaos, escape from the busy life we lead, and an opportunity to visit new worlds too, and to laugh. I love laughing. I love books that make me laugh. So those are the main reasons. Book or book series that got you into reading. I don't know what time period to start with. As a kid, I probably started with, when I was a very young kid, I always used to love The Giving Tree, which was one of my favorite books. And I used to, first my mom would read it to me and then I would read it often. Then as I got older, I was attracted to romance stories. So I probably read some Danielle Steele, a lot of Danielle Steele back then. Again, I'm dating myself, but that's okay. And then as I am rediscovering my love of reading after retirement, I loved the Chestnut Springs series. That was a big one by Elsie Silver that I've just done in recent years that I loved. And I'm doing the Off-Campus series, which I love as well. And I'm dipping my toe into fantasy a little bit. So I started the ACOTAR series and I read the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. So those are all series that got me back into reading after retirement, that sparked my reading to jump and to soar. Let's see. Next question. Questions you would ask your favorite booktubers. Oh my gosh, so many, because I'm new and I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But, and again, I'll probably be, watch booktube videos on tutorials on some of these things. But one of the things I think is great that people do is they do they have the grid of categories, and then they have the books all lined up that they've read, whether it be they're doing the end of the year wrap up or they're categorizing their 5 stars or whatever. But I have no idea how to do that. No idea. But I'll watch a tutorial when the time comes. I'm trying to do a little at a time, and we'll see. But I would probably ask some questions about that, among many other things. Challenges that this faces for me that's the easiest question on the whole list. That is the technology aspect of it. I am a baby boomer, so the technology aspect doesn't come easy. Again, I'm working at it, but that's probably the biggest challenge. Next question. When did you start reading? Like as a kid? You know, I like I said, I read a lot as a child and then in school, and I've just always been, you know, a person who loves to read and to escape and to fall into other worlds. Where do you read is the next question. Here in my little library, outside on the patio. I live in Arizona, and not this time of year, it's too hot, but vast majority of the year it's beautiful out, so I'll read outside on my patio. And I will take my books to the doctor's office. I take my books to the park if I'm going there. So I always have a book handy. So I have my favorite places in my house, my little reading nooks that I like as well. Let's see. Next question is, what kind of books do you like? Number one, I am a romance girl. I love my romance books. I read a lot of different genres, but by far romance is my favorite. But I like a lot. I really love historical fiction as well. And I like literary fiction. And I do like thrillers. I think this year I've only read about 8 thrillers, but I do like to dip my toe there. And this is the first year that I've ever read fantasy. So I probably read about 8 fantasy books this year. But this is my first year. Never read the Harry Potter series, never read any fantasy up until this year. So that's kind of a new genre for me, and I'm enjoying it very much. Oh, last question is, what does your book collection look like? Well, I'm on my computer right now, not my phone. So this bookshelf behind me is one bookshelf in my library here. I'm going to turn my computer, see if you can see. I have another bookshelf over there. And I have another bookshelf over there. You really can't see too much of it, but that's it. So I have books. I have plenty of books, but I also read books from the library as well. And that keeps me busy. I've got plenty, but I always love to get more books. So anyway, that's the end of this short video, getting to know me and my introduction. So I will have another, certainly by the beginning of October, I'll be doing an October TBR and maybe a recommendation on some thrillers. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, friends. Remember to hit subscribe, hit like. Thank you for your support as I begin this journey. And until next time, take care of each other. Happy reading.